A2theK. We're stepping it up into full gear.
Nice.
It's that time of year.
Nice.
Am I making myself clear? Come on.
From here.
Cheer. Yeah, full gears. Rocked around again.
Rocking around.
The
clock?
Yeah, why not? Not the gear. It's very clearly a gear.
Clearly.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, another AEW pay-per-view.
Yay.
Here before we know it.
I know, right?
Yeah, we haven't got a lot to say about it. So let's talk about the match.
I mean, it's that typical thing. I may not come across as very enthusiastic here, but they don't. The predictions are always harder with AEW because they don't give you any idea on the card much.
Well, yeah, exactly. So we've only got a couple that they've actually told us about as of now. And we want to put the predictions out earlier.
Yeah.
Get a bit more traction.
So
our
predictions are, what matches are they going to fucking have?
We predict they will have matches. One of which we do know about, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship is on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Moxley and AEW's Orange Knight, Orange Cassidy.
Nice.
Yeah. Very Orange Cassidy of it.
It's one of the, like, I feel like they're trying to book Cassidy as something that he's not. So this is a bit jarring. Like, Moxley should really just beat the piss out of him, shouldn't he?
Yeah, you think so? Like, so Mox has clearly got this whole thing around people are happy to get fat and sit in catering and earn a paycheck, and they're not doing what AEW is all about and that kind of thing. It's not the reason he joined. So they're going after the AEW originals versus the whatever they call the Death Riders now. I don't really know what they are. So it's like, I know Orange Cassidy's an AEW original, but it's like when he was said on Dynamite, it was like what was it, Collision, one of them. He was like, I asked around here who's the guy, and everyone's pointing at Orange Cassidy. It's like, really? Are they though? Like, are they? Or is it just one of them just like, and he's just like,
But he was like looking in a mirror going, who's that guy? And they're like,
probably.
I think, to me, this is the slot that really Omega should be in.
So is.
AEW original could be considered their biggest, like, not homegrown, people will come at me for that, but like their biggest sort of AEW star that hasn't come from WWE. I know he's a New Japan guy, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I feel you. I agree
it
with
just feels like it should be Omega because the Bucks are obviously doing their thing. Cody's definitely not going to come back.
Yeah, definitely not. Cody.
So it just feels like it should be Omega, but Omega's sidelined and they're like, Cassidy?
Yeah, well, exactly. Like you talk about the four pillars, and it was, who were the four pillars again? MJF.
Yeah.
He was one of them, and he's not going to be there.
I mean, they're trying to suggest Perry's one.
Jack Perry's off doing his thing.
He's not a pillar.
Was Orange Cassidy one? Was he not?
I've never considered him a pillar.
No. Who else was on there? I know Darby was.
Bloody
and so Sammy Guevara. So Sammy Guevara is like relegated to Ring of Honor. So it's like, in my mind, this is all a build towards Moxley and Darby. Obviously, he came back on Dynamite briefly.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, he's not got a match of Full Gear, so is he just going to be in Orange Cassidy's corner, cheering him on? No, I'd love to see. Why doesn't Darby turn heel? Why doesn't Darby join up with Moxley?
That'd be nice.
That'd really like shake things up, wouldn't it?
You could get a surprise in this match, couldn't you? Comes to the aid of Cassidy, and he's like, nah, mate.
Yeah. Because I feel like Wheeler Yuta's going to leave. Because basically...
he's just there like, stop, you're killing him.
Exactly. Well, like, was it Collision? He literally put him in his head in a chair and we're going to break his neck, and he's part of the same group as him in an attempt to lure out Orange Cassidy. And it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like Yuta's gone. So maybe we get Darby. Or it's going to be one or the other. It's going to be Mox versus Darby. Or there's a Swerve. Not Swerve Strickland.
Wow, Swerve appears.
Or Darby joins then. That's what I think it's going to go. But
I like that.
One thing that... irrevocable... What was that word? Irrevocably?
Depends what your next sentence is going to be.
One thing that's for certain.
Okay.
Moxie's winning.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a dud of a main event.
But we could throw some surprises in here. It's getting all twisty-turny. It's almost like Invasion-esque, isn't it? So, you know, if they get some betrayals and stuff, it could make for the storytelling more than the actual match itself, but that's one way of making it fun. Yeah.
I hope they do something like that. Long overdue, I think. You need the lights to go out, some surprise or something, don't we?
Indeed.
Another match, which I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but it's definitely happening. Hangman Adam Page versus Jay White.
Yeah. Jay looks really happy to be in this match.
He does. He's bang bang gang, isn't he?
Hangman, not so much.
Been banging and ganging and gang banging. No. That's why he's so happy. Yeah, so I think Hangman said on the show the other day the record was 4-0. It's now 4-1 after Wrestle Dream because Jay White beat him. So it's like, ooh, so what are they going to do? Are they going to go, well, actually now it's 4-2, 4-3, and then, you know?
Are we going to do that?
Or are they just going to go
5-1?
Exactly.
Seems a bit just as odd as 4-1.
It does.
So I'm not really sure what the point of this is. At this point, you should be going, let's not have any more matches. I don't want to ruin my streak.
I know. But he's only got us his last match. Jay White beat him, didn't he? So is what it is. But
maybe don't have a 700 matches with the same guy.
Tell that to like Orton and Cena. That happened. Like 10 years. So yeah, I don't particularly know which way it's going to go, but I'm gonna hedge me bets that Hangman takes this one, and then
you should hedge them bets.
I think then we go for like the ultimate decider, maybe at World's End or something. The end.
So we're just ignoring the previous then. So it's like,
well, exactly.
1-0 basically, and then Hangman's going to even it up, and then they're going to have a final decider.
Exactly. I'm just going to forget the whole 4-1 thing.
We're going to ignore the other shit. Yeah.
So why bring it up?
Because even if like. Yeah, because let's say he evens it up and they have one last match to decide it. It's like, but you've still beat him more times than he's beat you. So
yeah.
What would the one? I don't know. It feels weird.
It does. If the whole thing feels weird, and it's no offense to Hangman because I like the Hangman and Swerve stuff. It was long and they had a lot of matches and it went on.
Yeah.
But if you think of the story arc that Hangman was on early AEW days and stuff with Kenny and everything, it was epic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of fallen off. So, like, I want some good stuff to come from this.
Yeah. No, I agree. To be honest, the Swerve stuff, like, dare say, I think they did enough to make you go, okay, I get why they're still fighting. He burned the guy's house down.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I get why they're still fighting.
Yeah, bit of a grudge there. Yeah.
I'm probably going to agree with you, to be honest. I reckon Hangman's going to get this one. Right. So then we can have another match.
Another match. Love it. Then we've got tag team happenings going on down. Private Party just beat the Young Bucks, new AEW tag team champs.
Just because Tony and the Bucks like to piss us off, they're probably just going to win the belt
Tony
back here.
And the Bucks.
Well, Full Gear, they just come and get the belts back.
Let old man Carl come out here so I can see who's in contention. So basically, it's going to be... Is it? Yeah, it could be a 4-way contender series. So we've got the winners of the Outrunners and Top Flight. I'm going Top Flight.
Yeah, okay.
And then we've got the winners of FTR and House of Black. Probably going to go FTR.
Shame House of Black deserve the rub, really, but so do FTR. FTR are just legends, aren't they? So I don't know.
Yeah. And then we've got La Faction and Gobernabal versus the Acclaimed. And I'm going to go Acclaimed. Yeah. So I reckon that's the 4 teams.
Yeah. The Acclaimed, man. I missed the Acclaimed.
They fell off too, didn't they? It's a shame. Not because of them. They just...
I missed the Acclaimed, and they're still there. But I kind of missed them because, like you say, what happened? Just kind of petered out.
I know.
Like, they had custom belts and everything. It was great. Their life was great.
They were just the best. They were.
Wouldn't it be great if you get, like, the Hardy Boys just rocking up randomly? I know it won't happen, but because of the Hardy Party thing.
Yeah, but, like, they had them, didn't they? And then they let them go. Now they're in TNA. It's like...
But TNA are just, like, you know... Like, we'll go with anyone, you know.
Yeah. Savage. Yeah, I can't see Private Party winning the belts and then just losing them straight away. So they talk about the Bucks, unless the Bucks were like.
This is the bit that really worries me though, because that feels very much like the type of booking they do, and they'd be like, "Oh, that'll get us some heat," and it's like not the right kind though.
X-Pac heat,
exactly.
Go away heat.
But I think they should leave the belts on them. I do fear that they're going to be like, nah, let's mix it up to mess with people.
Well, if they were to do that. Who's getting them? Because Young Bucks aren't in this match, are they? So it's not going to get dropped back to them. Would it be the Acclaimed? Would it be FTR? Would it be Top Flight? Or, you know, I know you love the House of Black, so you just want it to be House of Black, don't you?
You know what? I'm gonna track my points. Like, I do fear for that, but I do think you're right. Private Party need to win this. However, Private Party versus the Acclaimed, I think, would be an absolute banger of a match.
Yeah.
None of this contender bullshit. You know.
Just straight
them.
Not like 4 teams, just them 2. Yeah, me too. Hopefully we get that at some point. Maybe the shenanigans, maybe the Acclaim got them beat. It doesn't happen. Then at World's End we get them
Yeah.
I'd be up for that. I like
Nice.
it. Fucking Tony. You.
Okay.
You're a Tony. Then the TBS title is going to be on the line. We've got Mercedes Monae and Kris Statlander.
Just in case you weren't sure, that's the title right there. She's
Look at it.
very kindly showing that. Do you like my belt?
So this one kind of is bizarre to me because Statlander's just been like a heel for ages and then just like, oh no, she's good again. And it's like, okay.
Plans change.
Like, I know we're Thunder Rosa marks, but why can't we get like Thunder Rosa versus Mercedes Monae? Like, that'd be cool.
I want Thunder to have a massive push again. She's killing it at the minute. You just don't get to see
the Day of the Dead thing. Good that.
Yeah.
Good that. But yeah, not this and that, but I just like a bit meh for this one.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think Stats had a lot more opportunity than others, and I think I wouldn't be upset if they give someone else. And that's now I'm going to put Stats been for the TBS title before now, right?
Yeah, she beat Jade, didn't she?
So
twice, convincingly.
I just don't get like someone like Thunder should be getting the rub right now. Well, it is what it is.
You would say that.
I don't book these things. Obviously.
But yeah, again, can you see Stat winning? I think Mercedes, right?
Mercedes, yeah. It can't be Stats who dethrones her.
No.
Are they actually going to basically setting up, which seems an odd thing to do with this title actually, but are they kind of just setting up Stat versus thingy? Why is the name escaping me now? Mercedes and Forster.
Oh yeah.
Why is the name gone? Thank you.
Maybe.
Because that's a bit of a mirror in it for you.
Yeah.
You like him? A good mirror match.
I do like a good mirror match. You also wonder where, and obviously Britt Baker lost in her attempt, but like, where's Jamie Hayter as well? Like, she's back now, but like, why is she not all over this?
Where's everyone? Like, where's Saraya?
Where is Saraya?
Yeah. I'd ask where her brother is as well, but
wherever Saraya is, he's fucking there. please. That kid, he's done very well to get.
She's done very well to get him where he is.
So MJF popped up in a little vignette, and he was like, "Oh, Adam Cole, we had some beef, didn't we? So yeah, I want to fight you."
And yeah, for some reason, people are on your side now. I'm still not quite sure why that is.
Again, similar to the Kris Statlander thing, we just switch it up. Nope. Yeah, it's better. But he set a challenge to both Roddy Strong and Adam Cole. Whoever's the first to get 3 victories will face him at Full Gear. Now, that's
the prize.
Yeah. Why has MJF always got to have one? You know what I mean? It's like, if you like have 10 lashings of a belt and face Wardlow in a steel cage, why has it always got to be something like this?
I wonder if he's got a thing with numbers.
Maybe he's just learning to count. He's just it's homework. He's just practicing.
He's like, if one of you is driving your car at 7 miles an hour in this direction, it's like, wait a minute.
But I've got a bit of a sneaky suspicion here what we're going to get. So he's going to fight whoever's the first to get 3 victories. As it stands right now, I think they're both maybe on 2 apiece, something like that, or maybe
God only knows.
Both nearly on 2 anyway. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if they get booked in a tag team match? And we have Adam Cole and Roderick Strong against 2 other people, and they win. Technically, they both got to 3 first, therefore it's a triple threat.
Nice.
And MJF's like, no. Because it always happens to MJF. He's just
battling the odds, and
fucking Dick Dastardly, and he's like, I've got a foolproof plan. And it's like, shit.
Foiled again.
I don't know who the Muttley is in this scenario, by the way. But
who could Muttley be? I mean, MJF's got like no on-screen power.
Tony Khan. It can be Tony.
It can be Tony. I like that one.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. And basically, it's not going to be Roddy Strong on his own. So if my theory doesn't happen, it's Adam Cole, right?
Right.
But I think my theory is going to happen.
Imagine still never paying off the Adam Cole thing.
Yeah. And I think you'll probably have MJF win the triple threat by pinning Roddy or something. So he still hasn't pinned Adam Cole. So then we'll finally get that at World's End or something. Because we like to draw things out.
What we do.
Another match which has not been announced but seems inevitable. Swerve Strickland, Bobby Lashley. So Swerve beat Shelty B, didn't he, of the Hurt Syndicate the other day. So because we're heading towards this, you posed an interesting question before we start recording this.
What, that they're gonna that they might plan on beating Swerve into submission and he joins them?
Yeah.
I don't know. They kind of made it like MVP kind of made it clear that he wanted to acquire him, and then he was like, actually, got Bobby. But I feel like they'll still be like, join us. We're cool. We're cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that dancing guy.
Yeah, but it won't really work. Well, it could be like, whose house? Bobby's.
Whose business?
Bobby's.
Whose syndicate? There you go.
Bobby's. So I don't see it, to be fair. I can't see him joining him.
I'd much prefer it as a rivalry. I just feel like the idea is like, okay.
I'll tell you who I can see joining. Powerhouse Hobbs.
Hobbs, it'd be good for Hobbs.
I do think it'd be good for Hobbs. He's had a few failed stable attempts, I would say. But I feel like he can.
You might say he's unstable.
Love it. Brilliant. You love it more than me, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Hobbs doing this at some point. Maybe even as part of this. So Wild Hobbs returns and it's like, But Lashley, it's probably his first match with the company. He's going to have to win, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%. He needs to show up and show out, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But I love the fact that we've got the head syndicate going on. MVP is a massive asset to the company, as is the rest of
asset. Sorry, I didn't hear the last one.
No, they're a valuable commodity, aren't they, to AEW. AEW needs a faction like this.
We were gutted when the hair business died in
100%.
And then they just tried to do whatever the fuck that was with Bobby and the Street Profits. So, yeah.
The trouble is that this is where like WWE is like infallible, so you can't say these things. But like, they just didn't know what they wanted to do. Is Montez going to be his own thing, or are they still going to be a tag team, or are they going to be part of this? It's like, make up your mind.
When he stops trying to be Damon Wayans Jr., he can be his own thing.
Damon Wayans.
Jesus. We'll see them. They've got a new show now, haven't they? What's it called? Papa's House.
Looks good.
We'll fucking see those fuckers everywhere now because that
we can also Photoshop that to Swerve's house.
We could. Yeah, Bobby takes this, right?
I'm thinking so. Yeah.
And we may see some kind of, Powerhouse Hobbs or something to help him get the win.
But I'm still Team Swerve.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm predicting that he's going to lose, but I'm still Team Swerve. Because I swerve when I drive.
Yeah, I know. You should really look where you're going.
Out of solidarity. Now listen, officer.
Another match not announced, but seems inevitable. Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher shaved his head. He's a bad boy now. Doesn't want to look like Will Ospreay anymore with his floppy hair. Yeah.
Is that what he was doing now?
Basically, yeah.
By shaving his head, is he admitting I was trying to look like him?
Basically, yeah.
That's some stalker vibes right there.
I know, right? Yeah. Single white male. Job getting on. So,
I mean, he is white.
Yeah, he's not single actually. I'm pretty sure he's with Sky Blue. Oh, that's just Don Callis. He's just always there.
Kyle Fletcher's with Sky Blue.
So,
fun fact there.
Fun fact.
Didn't know.
So, yeah, I think we're going to get this, or we may get some.
I feel like even Ospreay's wondering who's hugging them. Just looking at that picture.
Yeah. Who is this guy? This bald, creepy bald.
Kyle.
Is that the polos in his pocket? Or
Kyle's that your hand?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've got a lot of single matches, so this could go. I think we had that fella from Aussie Open, Kyle's former tag team partner, and the former Undisputed Kingdom guy, rocking up as well. So maybe we'll get some sort of tag team or something going on here. Maybe they want to do it as a straight singles.
Who would Ospreay tag with?
Thinking about this, I thought Ricochet at first, but
that'd be a good shout. But
I've got plans for Ricochet, so we'll come on to that. But
plans for Ricochet.
But if we have this, do you know what?
Says Samantha. Sorry.
I love Ospreay. I can see Kyle Fletcher getting the win.
Well, they're trying to establish him, aren't they? So it makes sense.
I can see Big Willie going, yeah, go ahead, mate. you can
won't do me any damage.
Yeah. So I can see that happening, but obviously I want Ospreay to win because he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
And my plans for Ricochet, you ask, is for him to be going to sleep based on this picture. He's got Takeshita, any. So we had Takeshita winning the international title in the triple threat between them. He got involved in the match between Ospreay and Ricochet in one-on-one. So I feel like we're going to get Ricochet winning the international championship off Takeshita. It's I like it. Ricochet, let's give him a belt. Doesn't matter, you can't cut a promo, you can flip. And that's all that matters.
Any question they ask him, he's just like...
He absolutely roasted him on Twitter the other day, and he was like, yeah, you're well-travelled, you've been all over the world, and you still haven't managed to go any fucking hair, you baldy bastard. That's all.
That's so harsh.
I loved it. Yeah, I think we're going to get Ricochet to Takeshita. I think Ricochet's going to get a belt. And then maybe we do Ospreay Ricochet at World's End.
Yeah, I like that. That works.
I like that too. Battle of no charisma.
No, I'm good.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Pass.
And Daniel Dancy Garcia.
Is this where I'm going to be able to have a piston?
Perhaps. Where I will be. No offense to the guys. Obviously, looks like Daniel Garcia is re-signed for a decent amount of money with AEW. They seem to be all in on Jack Perry for some reason. So I'm sure it'll be a decent match, just not one for us. I don't think.
No, not a big fan. I mean, Garcia, I don't mind. He's very much a mid-card dude. Perry,
Yeah, who do you think wins it though? Jack Perry just like spray painted the belt and made it all grungy a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? So it's like...
It's probably Perry.
Yeah, do you think?
Probably Perry.
I'll just to disagree with you, I'll go Garcia then.
Fuck off then.
Okay. Yeah, this will be a match and it'll happen.
Yeah. Sure it will.
Speaking of matches that may happen or may not happen, I couldn't even find a picture of them together in the ring, which is why we've got this monstrosity of two pictures side by side that don't fit. So we got.
I like it.
That. For trios titles, could we get the Blackpool Combat Club, aka Death Riders, aka
Death Riders,
random odd couple, odd throuple, against the Young Bucks and Okada, maybe? So Young Bucks just lost the tag titles, maybe they'll go after trios gold. Might happen. Yeah. Could happen. Yeah. We know AEW pay-per-views like I mean, 20 matches.
The rumour mill is that they're having some time away.
Yeah.
But
you could have told me this before I did the graphic.
Well, I'm sorry. But I feel like this would be a good shout for the establishment of the whatever you call death thingy. Death bastards in the corner there.
Death bastards.
Yeah, I think they'd have to have the win for me. I think it needs to establish like this force that's being reckoned with.
Yeah.
So I think they'd need to get the win.
Okay.
But I like it.
Well, it's not going to happen because they're taking time away, so it's pointless even talking about it.
Fine,
we wasted your time. All right, you happy? What do you mean no one's here at this point? What do you mean you already left? What do you mean no one's hearing this?
What do you mean Trump won?
Let's not talk politics, shall we?
Let's be honest. Our views are going right fucking down because of that.
Well, let's hope that this picture brings the lovely Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa.
Yeah, I don't even care who wins. I'm here for this.
Yeah. Mina's coming, and so am I. By that, I mean I'll be here for this. We're all here for this. Mina is going to be making a return. Mariah May just had a bit of a thing with Anna Jay, so they could continue that on. Don't get me wrong. We could get a pay-per-view match.
AJ.
Yeah. Or we could have the two best friends going at it. I nearly said in the ring. That's not going to help either. What I mean is...
well, yeah. You know what? Mariah May's killing it. You know what I mean? And I feel like AEW get roasted a lot for their booking, but so far the move from Mariah May and her sort of mimicking of Tony and Tony's whole story into what we're getting now, I think it's worked really well and it's carrying things on nicely.
It's an uphill battle as well because it was a hell of a story.
Oh yeah, I mean, so you arguably could have been like, "Where's Tony? We miss Tony." Yeah. But I think they're handling it well. The fact that she's having a bit of time, you know what I mean?
No, definitely.
Like the whole sort of women's title side of things is actually killing it at the minute, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
Well booked.
Well booked indeed. But let's see what happens. I'd love it to be this, to be fair, but I don't know how we get there because they're two best friends. So it's like, what do you do? Just a friendly rivalry?
Two best friends.
One title.
Basically, isn't it? Yeah. I want the belt, and she's like, nah, man. And then they fight.
Shame they're not like going after some kind of trophy or something. Could have been two friends, one cup.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, yeah, that's what we think might happen. This is the potential. I'm not even going to call this a match card prediction. I'm just going to call it predictions because odds are we won't revisit this like next week or whenever.
Yeah,
so
probably, yeah.
This is our predictions. Yeah, so like it or lump it.
Fucking like it.
Before we go, do you want to do the honours and talk about our fantastic partners, the Hot Tag Foundation?
Of course I can, Carl. I can talk about the Hot Tag Foundation. They are... I'm not going to rhyme again. Okay. They are a fantastic organisation. Sorry, I had to wait till he was sipping. So the Hot Tag Foundation are a charitable group that we sort of, do we say partnered with? I feel like that overstates our hand in it a little bit.
We're supporters, aren't we?
We're supporters of.
All right. I wasn't trying to claim the glory.
No, I was asking you, does it sound too much to say partners with? Because it feels like we're probably, I feel like I was overselling our part in this, you know?
No, that's fair.
So yeah, we're supporters of the Hot Tag Foundation. They're charitable
You have to say organisation.
I can't stop. Yeah, but basically the whole ethos around it is to share the love of wrestling, build a community, and to give back to the less fortunate, and that has been done through sort of toy drives. Is that the right term? Recently they got the Toy Rumble coming up, so they're attending local wrestling events. They're taking donations from fans and from people in attendance, and then they're sort of cleaning them up, packaging them up, and giving them out to the less fortunate. So obviously an absolutely wonderful idea, wonderful mission, and something that we think anyone can support. And that is not just obviously the UK based. So if you're local, if you're at one of the events they're at, then obviously you can go, you can donate. But even if you're not, if you're one of our friends over on the other side of the pond, even just things like sharing, increasing their sort of profile on social medias, allowing them to monetize and things like that. Anything like that is a massive, massive help. So just anything you can do.
Share it. Get it shared. But yeah, we'll have all the links in the descriptions, both podcast and YouTube. And yeah, whether you listen to us, drop us some likes, give us 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify, wherever you listen.
Why not both?
Why not both? And if you're watching this and you've made it this far as well, just looking at our beautiful faces.
If you watch it, you made it this far.
Yeah.
Penis.
Let us know in the comments what the secret word was this week. Yeah, do the usual, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.